It's like, the people that you love the most, they probably gonna turn their back on you. You're gonna find out who your real friends are. Mm-hmm. You're gonna help people and they gonna stab you right in your face, not even in your back. And it's sad. That part is sad, but I'm glad because then I don't have to be with your for my whole life. Mm-hmm. Because when I love you, I love you. You know that. Absolutely. Like when I love people, I love them. I show up for them, and I don't want to show up for nobody that don't really love me. So.
Does it give you trust issues?
Yeah, I got trust issues for sure. I for sure got trust issues. I used to trust people so much, just easily trust. I take you for face value, but now I don't do that no more.
Very important to remember that it's never about what someone has done to you, but it'll always be about how you respond, how you chose to respond in a particular situation. People will never remember the things that were actually done to you to make you react a certain way. And it's like this beast shows up at your door that you did not invite, that you were not expecting, and yet here you stand. All of a sudden you're faced with an intense adversity on the inside within yourself when betrayal arises. And it's like life says, show me your best response. Show me how you're going to actually handle this. So now there's this feeling of injustice. And, it's like they didn't get what they deserved for what they've done to me in the dark. And people carry this around for years, some even to the grave. Can you imagine being in a relationship with someone like that? Or having a friend or a family member that resembles those things? They just never let it go. There's also feelings of retribution, anger, and frustration. Most people feel like they were made out to be a fool. And there are two ways that you can be a fool. One way is to refuse to believe what is true. And the other is to believe what is not true. I think it's safe to say that betrayal can awaken this beast that is within all of us if you don't watch your step. Because betrayal, it just makes you want blood. It makes you want revenge. It makes you want that other person to fail completely. A gateway of darkness is now open due to the violation of trust. And, where you once thought there was truth, now lays lies. What do you do with that? How do you even handle that? Because people can betray you for multiple reasons. Jealousy, self-interest, resentment. You really never know. Now, one thing we can definitely get into is that infidelity is one of the highest forms of betrayal. We have about 40% of unmarried relationships and about 25% of marriages see at least one incident of infidelity. And if this isn't the most vulnerable thing that can happen to either sex, male or female, it's a violation of trust. The person you thought you could rely on can literally fail you at any moment. And there's nothing that you can do about it, depending on what you decide. Now, here are 3 things I believe can provide stable ground for you and any viewer watching if you've ever dealt with betrayal in any form. Number 1, is to understand what's in your control. A former Roman philosopher who was born a slave or born into slavery named Epictetus stated that happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control and some things are not. Now, you may still experience anger, resentment, and a desire for revenge because adversity has the potential to bring out the best or the worst character that you have. It exposes you for who you really are when someone does not meet you at where they promised they would. They completely failed you. The longer you fall into acceptance of what you can control and what is beyond it is when patience manifests its perfect work. To remove all things and relieve yourself of burdens you weren't meant to carry. Harboring pain and anger will always be a way for destruction of all relationships. And being that we are social creatures, we need each other a lot more than we claim we don't. Number 2, choose virtue over vengeance. Way easier said than done. I know. Way easier said than done, right? But Jordan B. Peterson says, instead of cursing the darkness, you let in a little light. But see, when people deal with betrayal, there's a sense of being disoriented, right? It's like you've lost yourself. And the first thing about choosing virtue over vengeance is to get back to yourself. You have to learn how to realign your personal goals and reconstruct your character, your self-esteem. Everything that you have time for needs to always serve you. You need to get back to pouring back into yourself. Don't stay complacent and confused and disoriented and you're hateful and bitter. Take this time to reflect as much as you can on your character and redevelop your self-esteem. Because that's exactly what betrayal has a major effect on, is your self-esteem. Your mind, your daily processing, all of those things can be deeply interrupted if you do not deal with what is in front of you. Number 3, seek wisdom from adversity. Now, there's always some type of beauty in the ugly, right? The truth isn't always in the most obvious places, so you have to seek diligently for it. And instead of having stages of mania and replaying what they've done to you over and over again, have those times where you can self-reflect on where you can improve, new thinking habits. Developing your character is a place where you can always find wisdom. Thank you guys for tuning in today with my video about betrayal. Stay on the lookout for the rest of the series that I'm going to drop in our next topics. Thank you for watching so much. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe this video. Comment what you feel about it, and if you're in agreement, comment, if you have some stories you want to share that will be encouraging to other viewers. When you were faced with a situation of betrayal and how you actually handled it, did you seek to get revenge, or did you just take the high road and kind of go off by yourself? Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can know when I drop my next YouTube video. And again, thank you guys for watching today, subscribing, and liking this video. And until next time.
Subscribe to More Real Talk. More Real Talk. Subscribe to More Real Talk, man. You know what I mean? It's the best channel out right now.
Big time.
Subscribe.
Big time.
I swear to God.
I see you fucking big time.
It is, bro.
This is huge.
It's the best channel out.
Huge.
I swear.